Hi, I'm Joanne-Marie, and you are listening to Do Not Clique.
Joanne-Marie!
Yes. Hello.
The second time I've been to your house.
Yes, it is.
Your house is a HDB, but it's actually a U shape. Right?
Yeah, the block is a U-shaped block.
Yeah, when I came here in the cab, the uncle was like, wow, this block is like a U shape. He was so impressed.
It is a huge block. There are many people living here.
There's a lot of lifts, and the lifts are not interconnected as well. So if you take the wrong lift, you can't come to.
Yes, we like to say it's our private lift.
It's a private lift. Yeah.
We got private lift lobby, all know.
Yeah. Ooh, and your name, Joanne-Marie Sim, there's a hyphen with Joanne and Marie.
Yes, there is.
So extra, I got hyphen.
Yeah, you asked my dad lah. He wanted, he wanted it to be different. So
That's an English name, right?
yes, it's an English name. Joanne is an English. Marie is an English name.
Do you have a Chinese name?
Yes, I do.
What's your Chinese name?
Are you serious? My Chinese name is seriously the worst Chinese name on the planet.
Everyone says that. Oh, my Chinese
no,
friends say
seriously. If I told you the story about how I got my Chinese name, you'd be like, what? Are you serious?
Say lah, say.
Okay, so my parents don't speak Mandarin, right?
Your parents don't speak Mandarin.
No, they don't speak Mandarin because they went to Catholic schools. So they learned Malay. During that time, a lot of people learned Malay instead, even though they were Chinese lah. And then, so they didn't know what to give me for my Chinese name. So they just asked like some random uncle at the hospital, like, hey, can you name my daughter?
Is it?
Yeah. So the uncle was like,
They got someone else to
yeah.
name you.
You know, when you're at the hospital, your child born, you need to fill up the thing for the birth cert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad just asked one random uncle lah. So the uncle just gave the most generic Chinese name he could give for a girl, which was Mei Ling.
Mei Ling.
Yeah.
Okay. So a Chinese name and your English name doesn't have to be connected, is it? Or it has to be connected?
No lah.
Doesn't
Connected for what?
No lah. I mean like
Connected by what?
it's like direct translation. I
No.
don't know.
No.
I don't know lah. So
Well, Mei means pretty lah. Yeah. Well, I guess that explains a lot, right?
you're pretty what? Yeah. You look like you're still in your 20s, no? You don't look like you are.
Are you serious?
Yeah, serious.
Aw, make me so happy.
And you look like you were very in great shape since the last time I saw you as well.
Oh, thank you.
You started training as well, is it?
No, I didn't.
No?
No, I didn't.
You just
I didn't
dieted?
train or anything. I didn't diet. I do not believe in dieting.
Serious?
Yes.
But you still do your Muay Thai thing?
No.
No,
I
no
don't.
also.
Yeah. So the only thing is that I went and I took up this. Okay, so after having two kids and managing two toddlers at home, right, I was like seriously too tired to do anything. I actually like pretty high impact sports, like pro wrestling is fun, Muay Thai, like basketball, things like that. I love doing stuff like that, but I was just too tired. Yeah, so then I thought, okay lah, maybe try yoga, because my friend was telling me that she's like me, she likes all these kind of like very
hot yoga.
Yeah, very fun kind of sports. But then eventually she told me that actually yoga is actually not bad lah. I mean, especially if you feel so tired all the time, right? So I tried it, and yeah, hot yoga. And yeah, I think it's actually quite good. Yeah. So apparently after 2 lessons I lost weight. And I was like, wow, seriously, the yoga so effective.
I think it's just you lah. You gain weight because of your pregnancy, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, you're just the type of person that is not a weight gainer.
I don't know leh. I don't know.
But you've always
because if
been-
you look at my parents, they're actually both pretty big size. So
But throughout your life, like your MC life, you've always been in very good shape. Right? You got all these like bikini shots in your daughter's trying to get into the room. That's
my son.
their son.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it. Your
It's
dad's
okay,
gonna
you can't
give them
reach
ice
the
cream.
doorknob yet.
Okay. Yeah, but throughout your MCing career, your acting career, you've always been in very good shape.
Oh, thank you.
That's why you got all those like bikini shots.
No lah,
Big
where
bikini
got a lot of
with- no
bikini
ah.
shots?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just your blog lah. That's what I saw.
Yeah. Because that like sex sells, right? So like that's how you gain viewership. Got put more bikini
That's how you
photos.
get. That's how you get your jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're an MC and an actor at your core lah. That's your job, right? MC,
Yes, that's my
MCing
profession.
and you've done a bit of movies here and there. I think there's 3 movies that you did:
Really serious.
Banting, Hotel, the Sat,
This art, yeah.
and The Invisible Monster.
Invisible Monster is a short film lah.
Right,
Not really a movie.
I mean,
yeah.
that was in your IMDb, so I don't know.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I assume that's your.
That was actually really fun, because we put it together in 48 hours. It was for the 48-hour film competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
so,
that's very fun.
yeah, and literally like they wrote the script and
It's a competition lah.
Yeah, everything within 48 hours.
Wow.
Like seriously, the director and the scriptwriter, they were amazing to have come up with such an interesting story in 48 hours and to film it so nicely as well.
Oh, your friends are what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I want to get to know like why did you decide to go into this career path? So let's just go back to the very, very beginning. Which secondary school are you from?
Kalong Convent.
And do you go to like JC or poly after that?
No.
Huh? No ah?
No,
So-
I didn't. I went to NAFA.
Okay, so after secondary school, you went to NAFA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, when I finished my O-levels, right, because I didn't do very well for my mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got my results, my teacher was like, okay, so do you want to repeat one more year? I was like, are you serious? One more year of studying? No.
Don't want to wear uniform anymore. lah.
Yeah, of course. Like studying is not really my thing.
It's not anyone. I don't think it's anyone's thing.
No, some people are really good at studying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's not me lah. I realize now that it's not being smart. It's just about your memory, because you technically, when it comes to studying, you just have to remember stuff, right? They give you stuff to remember, and then at the exam you just have to make sure you remember. So
That's true. It's a lot of
it's a memory game lah. When it comes to school, and it's not everyone can memorize.
Correct. And it's
especially especially now where everybody's with phone, so everybody's attention span is like not there. So I don't know how kids survive at school. I don't know.
I know it's really tough nowadays.
Yeah, I worry for the next generation, I guess.
I do.
Okay,
I do worry.
What happens after NAFA? Do you do anything acting related during NAFA?
So when I went to NAFA, right? Okay, so initially when I finished my O-levels, I was all set on going into LaSalle acting.
Okay.
But I didn't get in. Which
you applied to LaSalle and you didn't get in?
Yes, I didn't get into the LaSalle acting course, which to me, I mean, I was a little bit overconfident, I guess. I was quite sure I was going to get in. And then when I didn't get in, I was like, oh no.
LaSalle is very difficult to get into, is it?
I don't know. Maybe my acting was just really bad.
Oh, it's just specifically for the acting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't get in, right? And then because I was so confident I was going to get in, when I got the result that I was not going to get in, right? I was a bit like already towards there wasn't much time for me to get into any other course because everyone had already closed all the applications already. So it was like, I think it was the last day or the second last day for applications, and only NAFA had the applications to open, and my friend was like, you know what, just go to NAFA and go and do like whatever course there is lah.
You just need the diploma or whatever. That's the paper, right?
Yeah.
That's what matters at the end of the day. Nobody's going to check your results, right? Nobody, when you apply for a job, nobody's, hey, what's your results? They just want to look at the diploma and the degree or whatever.
That's true. In fact, I think a lot of employers nowadays, they do look at what, a lot of work experience and a lot about attitude and stuff.
Yeah. Really unless you apply for MOE, like when I got retrenched from my boxing gym. So I was trying to look for a job. So the job at whatever MOE related, they ask you to like...
Do you want to see your grades?
Yeah, they ask you to put your grades, then like, PSLE, what's your aggregate.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I actually have to dig up all my old certificate just to see what's my... just to apply for the...
Oh my gosh.
Stupid lah, MOE. like the way they design their application form.
But I guess because they are also the ones that come up with the entire education system.
Yeah, that's true.
They want to know, like, if you could do well in their education system, you probably could do well in their organization as well, right?
Yeah. Okay, so NAFA, you did something acting related in NAFA?
No, I didn't. I did arts management.
Okay, arts management. All right.
Yes, because at that time, NAFA didn't have English theatre. It only had Mandarin theatre, and my Mandarin was seriously like...
How long was the course in NAFA?
How long was the course? 3 years.
3 years.
I took 5 years to complete it.
Huh? Why?
Because there was accounting.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't pass the accounting. And if you don't pass one module, right, you just have to keep on repeating until you pass it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like RP lah, like that.
Yeah.
It's diploma level, right, NAFA?
What?
NAFA.
Yes. Diploma, they have degree as well, I think. Now they have a degree, yeah.
So that's the final school that you went? That you didn't went to anywhere else after NAFA?
No other formal education, no.
Okay. Did the school help you in any way to get, acting or whatever? Any shape or form? Have you started emceeing during this time? During your NAFA days?
No, not yet. I was not emceeing. Actually, in fact, emceeing wasn't like, I didn't think that I would.
That was your career path?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So during that time, what do you think that you...
I was really all set on acting and performing.
Okay.
Actually, even halfway through NAFA, when I was in after my first year, I wanted to go into the dance diploma.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wanted to switch. Correct. But then because I didn't have... dance is a very physical thing and you really actually do need some technique. And because I was already like...
Cannot anyhow dance.
Yeah, correct. And I was already 17 years old already. The bones all hard already. How to pick up classical ballet at that age is really quite difficult.
You need to be a bit malleable. Your
correct.
Flexibility must be there. If that's the career path that you want to go, you have to start at a young age, is it?
I think so, because you do need to have your body needs to be conditioned to a certain extent.
So it's too late for me to start ballet lah.
You can try hip hop, I guess. I don't know, but these kind of things is really like, it is like a sports. Learning the arts is like learning sports. You need to have certain conditions. Like if you have a flat foot,
conditioning
the flat foot I think is also quite difficult for you to. Of course, I'm not saying it's impossible lah. It's just that it will be very, very challenging.
You have to work extra hard lah.
Correct.
To be successful or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you graduated
finally
from NAFA for 5 years. Yeah, actually that's not the worst lah. You know, I had a friend who I think was stuck in poly for like 7 years.
Oh
or
my
something.
god, you're serious? Okay,
like
I don't
the
feel so bad about myself now.
Yeah, yeah, and again, it's individual lah. Like it doesn't define like your intelligence or whatever. I mean, school is school.
Of course.
It's a very flawed system where it's a very flawed system lah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I truly agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's not,
if you don't
I don't
pass,
say it's flawed, it's just that it is one system and not everybody can fit into that one system.
exactly.
Yeah.
So RP is a very good example where it's actually a no-brainer school lah. Like if you don't pass, right, it's just because that you are lazy lah, or you don't want to pay attention or whatever. But the system, it makes it very hard for you to be hardworking, you know, because you have to be in a group system, so they'll award you by points.
Yeah, and sometimes some people just don't really work well in a group.
So in a group that like not everyone's gonna work together. So it's very very flawed lah. Like, you know,
but then again, working in a group also does bring out a certain skill set. Like it does teach you something about working.
Team management.
Yeah.
So it's a make or break kind of school lah. So if you don't make it, then too bad lah. Like, you know, you repeat another year. So when do you finally start your first emceeing job? How do you like wet your feet?
Okay, so actually when I was in NAFA, I did start acting. I acted for, I actually was with the Necessary Stage. They had a theatre for youth ensemble. I was with a couple of theatre youth groups lah. So I did some theatre acting.
Oh, you did theatre live performance lah?
Yeah, correct.
Wow, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very advanced lah. I thought people like do emceeing first, then they do theatre.
Oh, is it? No lah, I think don't have like a first or second lah. So anyway, that's kind of like what I did. And then after I started doing short films as well, like student films.
These are all not paid jobs lah. It's just projects lah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, even if there's pay, it's like a token fee. But I think that what you learn on set actually is far more valuable than how much pay you could get.
Okay,
Yeah.
so were you like doing part-time jobs to supplement yourself?
Yes. Later on, when I was 19, I moved out from my parents' place. So I actually did need to.
Hold on, so you live
my
on your
living.
own?
Yes, to pay for my own rental.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why? In Singapore?
Yeah.
I had no idea in Singapore people do that. Why? Just to get away from your parents.
Well, it's not about getting away from the parents lah. I think it's really about
Being independent.
Yeah, because I mean, my parents have never been the kind of parents that, you know, they really do want to instill a lot of independence in us. Yeah, so I just wanted to prove myself that yes, I can be independent and I can live on my own and I can manage my own life. Yeah, I didn't want to rely on them for like my daily things, like, you know, oh, my parents got to do my laundry, my parents got to cook for me, my parents got to pay my school bills, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah lah, and I think that during the time where I was living on my own, I think I learned a lot more about life as well.
Wow. Like, that's unheard of lah. As in unheard of for my family. Like, I don't think my dad will ever allow my sister to like live on her own or whatever.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, let alone the moment she got married, that's where my dad let her go.
Oh,
be free.
He let her go very like reluctantly, is it?
Be free, my child. Yeah, finally. So you good lah. The variations of family traditions in Singapore, like some are more traditional, where they want to keep your kids, and some are they let their kids be more independent.
Yeah. I'm very thankful that my parents actually are pretty cool about things like that.
What were you working as part-time?
Okay, so I did I was waitressing, I was giving tuition.
Whatever odd jobs lah.
Yeah, whatever odd jobs. And so I was also doing school touring shows, which I still do now, in fact.
Is it like Act 3?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so what's the...
But I've actually never worked with Act 3.
Okay.
I've worked with other companies.
Annabelle Francis is like in Act 3, right? During that time?
Not during that time. I think she... Oh yeah, maybe, yes, possibly.
So...
Yeah, but like even back... No, actually, I think she was already pretty big already. She's like on TV and stuff.
999 lah.
Yeah.
999.
Yeah. I remember Annabelle Francis came to our school once to perform when I was in school.
Your secondary school?
Yeah, and everyone was like, oh my god, Annabelle Francis is in our school.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you get to work with her.
Seriously, the hottest, man.
Down the line, you got to work with her, right?
Yes, I did. I tell you, I was totally fangirling.
Yeah. Same lah when I did the podcast with Sheikh Aikal. So,
yeah.
We are still friends lah, me and Annabelle, Sheikh Aikal. Whenever they open up another department of Fat Papas, they'll invite me. Like, hey, come along and come to the opening.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Okay,
but that's neither here nor there lah. Okay, so back to you. Okay, so you did odd jobs to do a bit of theater.
Yes, yeah. So
just to supplement your survival lah.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Yes,
where do you stay? Like a one-room flat somewhere, is it?
Yeah, Geylang.
Okay.
Because the rental was the cheapest.
Yes, cheaper. Like what, $70 per month or something or what?
70 per month? No way. It was way more than that. So what I did was I rented the whole unit.
Okay.
For
yourself?
No. It was three bedroom unit for, I think it was like 2,000 or something like that.
Per month?
Yeah, 2,000.
How you survive?
Yeah. So what I did
that's just like draining away all your savings.
Yeah, totally. So what I did was I sublet the 2 other rooms.
Okay.
So I charged like 900 and 900. So that's like 1,008. So I had like extra like $200. I
You
paid
can
a
do
lot
that
less.
the entrepreneur in you.
Yeah lah. So that's what I did lah. So to kind of like, you know, offset a bit of my rental.
So you just pay what,
much.
$200 per month lah.
Yeah, about that lah.
Wow.
Thereabouts. Yeah. And then electricity bills lor.
That's very smart of you lah. Who taught you that? Like, is that something that you taught yourself or what?
I think when you are pushed, you're not pushed to a corner lah, but when you have to survive, you have to survive lah. That's what I think. Yeah.
Wow, so impressed. Okay. So do you remember your first ever emceeing job?
Oh, okay, yeah. So my first ever emceeing job was, I wasn't supposed to MC. It's just that the company that I was working with, I was supposed to be doing a skit. One of the fellow actors happened to be emceeing that show as well. And then he asked me, because we had to drag for time, you see.
Okay.
Because of some like technical problems. So he had to drag for time. And then he asked, hey, you want to come on stage with me, just MC a bit? I was like, I don't know how MC. He's like, no lah, just try only. So I just tried I guess. It was there that I realized actually MCing is quite fun. And because I had a great partner to be MCing with on stage, and he really like, you know, helped along.
Is it MC Jeremy?
Yes, it is.
Actually, I don't know who that is. He's very prominent in your social media. So that's why I assume.
Yeah. So yeah lah. So then after that, I thought, oh okay, like actually MCing is quite fun. And then from there, I kind of started trying out more stuff lah.
Okay.
In terms of MCing.
You enjoyed your life like that.
Yeah. And then, I mean, back then that was just MCing. And what I think really did open me up to a lot more like presenting and stuff like that was when I took part in this competition, TGIS.
Skip. Oh, nothing to do with
not Skip.
Oh yeah, TGIS. Look,
The Singtel one.
I wanted to ask you, what's the meaning of TGIS? Is it thank God it's Singtel?
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness it's Singtel. Thank something it's Singtel. Yeah.
That is so obnoxious. The title, TGIS.
Actually, it's thank God it's Sim, Joanne-Marie.
Yeah, Sim, yeah. There's a few thumbnails online about you and the TGIS thing.
Ah, really?
Yeah, you did a few seasons, right? Maybe 2 seasons.
2 seasons, yes.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
What was TGIS about?
Okay, so basically they had a competition and they were looking for someone to host this program. So I just went for the competition. I mean, I just took part lah. So what you have to do is to put in a video, upload a video of you kind of like presenting something lah.
I think that's almost like how we met. Because we met through Skip.
Correct.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
Continue your story first, then we'll get to that.
Okay, so my friend, my really good friend helped me to film the video lah. Yeah, 2 of them. And then after that, they helped me edit it. And of course, they're professional editors, right? So they did a pretty good job of that video. So I got called back lah I was one of the finalists. And then I went and then did the thing. And then, I won. And then after that, I went on to host TGIS.
What do you think made you stand out against your competition that helped you win the whole competition?
I don't know. I think maybe it's because...
your charisma.
No lah.
Your hotbot.
No lah. I really think it's more of... I don't know. I think I was just lucky, I guess. And also because I really wanted to win it.
Whatever they ask you do, you do your best lah.
Yeah, it was like I kind of went in with that. Okay, if I'm gonna take part in this, I want to take part in it. I want to win it. Like I don't want to lose. I'm a bit competitive lah.
Oh, you didn't like whatever lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, no, if I'm gonna take part, like I must do my best and I must like
you know competitions like this, right? Like come to think of it, right? Like right now, right? If you think about this competition, like as a participant, it's like wow, it's a good opportunity for me. Like wow, I can be an MC. When you think back, when you get the job and then you think back, like it's like they are actually very cheapskate. Like they don't want to hire like a proper MC. They just want to do this competition, find the talent, and then they
But then
one.
again, if you don't do things like that, how would you discover all the new talents, right?
Then again, I see both sides of the coin lah. It's a good opportunity to get young talents or whatever, such as yourself. They pave the way for your whole career lah, whatever.
Yeah, I guess you could say so lah.
Okay. So TGIS was like somewhat the first few things that you did.
Yes, one of the first few.
Okay,
Correct.
MCing lah. So, but you did a bit of more MCing here and there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
I want to ask you this question. So when you do MCing, right, how do you charge them?
How do I charge them?
Is there a standard price for MCs around Singapore or what? I don't know what's the template.
I think the range is really, really big because there are some MCs that charge like very little and there are some MCs that charge a lot.
Okay, so is it like events based? Okay, so weddings,
Yes.
there's a price. DND is a price or whatever is a price.
So usually it's like, it depends on the event.
Okay.
What kind of event
The
it is.
scale of the event.
Yeah, the scale of the event. And also for me, I also do charge according to sort of like my expertise because like I know that I am better for like family events.
If must wear bikini, must charge more lah.
No lah, don't want to call it, not that way lah.
I don't know lah. So
yeah. it depends, we charge
Or
according
the
to the
criteria lah,
event.
criteria
Yeah,
event.
and what, some events we don't actually really have to do much. Like we don't need to go on stage and keep the crowd entertained for like hours on end. Some really we're just going on stage to like announce something, like a speaker or that kind of thing. So it's the rates differ from event to event.
Okay, so in a span of 1 week, during that time at least, what was your work rate like? Is it like weekdays, a few jobs, and weekends definitely you have to work?
Yes. So currently, right now, on Mondays to Fridays, I do a lot of the kids' shows, the school events. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I do like road shows or whatever other weekend events lah. Because sometimes weekends, you have all these family day out, that kind of thing.
Was Singapore expensive back then? When I say back then, it's like what, 10 years ago, right?
Hello, I'm that old man.
No. To me, things definitely got expensive lah.
Got more expensive?
Yeah. If I compare when I was poly and now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't find 90-cent pratas anymore. So the cheapest prata you can find is like $1 or $1.20.
That is true. And I've come to realize that like the money seems to go a lot faster, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You are doing well for yourself like in 1 month.
I'm doing alright lah.
And it's also in a year, it depends on the season, right? Like, there'll be good months and there'll be bad months, right? So sometimes like the good months have to supplement the bad months.
That's right. I mean, there are months like during school holidays where we don't work on the weekdays anymore because there is no school, right? So there are no kids for us to perform to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So during this time, your goal was building your portfolio and just whatever job that comes
so you're
along.
Talking about back then in...
Yeah, back then.
Okay. Yeah, back then I just wanted to
Funny, there was no YouTube back then. So you have all this...
Like, TGIS was actually for YouTube.
For YouTube?
Yeah, that was kind of like when YouTube just started, I guess.
Okay, so was that like when Munah Hirzi was already started their...
It was before lah.
Before Munah Hirzi?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But Munah Hirzi, they were...
Do you know them?
No, I don't know them.
Oh, don't know personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they came out about...
2007 or something.
Which year? A few years back, right?
A few years back. No lah, they are over 10 years already lah. So,
oh, okay. Oh
yeah.
my god. Okay, yeah. I was really quite long ago.
A decade ago. Yeah, okay, so you did all this emceeing and your web series where YouTube hasn't had the boom yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really been that in on all these things. So, like, even though that program was being filmed for YouTube, I also don't really know. Like,
you were just like, okay, I just want to work and get money.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to do what I'm good at, and that's presenting.
Because I know that a lot of MCs now, they make it a point to film their events because they want to
market themselves, right?
Yeah,
I've never been good at that.
Have portfolio and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know lah, different times lah.
I think it definitely helps lah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're managing yourself, you do need to market yourself. Because, how are you going to get work, right?
when the clients approach you or you approach the clients, you need to show
something,
right? So like, I've done this.
Correct.
So the bigger the crowd, the better. I've worked with like Wayne. I don't know, you know Wayne. He does a lot of like Baby Shark performances. And then if everyone in the crowd get involved with his dance, then it shows that he can manipulate the crowd lah. Which is a good thing lah.
Yeah.
In terms of emceeing, like being able to work with the crowd, was that something you learned throughout your emceeing?
Of course, I think interacting with the crowd is very, very important.
Do you learn this like as a skill, or is it just something that you just learn as you work?
I think it's something that you learn as you work. I think you do pick up some tricks along the way.
You watch people who MC and you watch also.
Yes, correct. I find that watching another MC helps a lot. Because sometimes, when you have every MC has their own style, but you keep doing the same thing, right? You also get bored of yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You try to reinvent yourself a bit lah.
Correct.
What you do.
Correct.
Oh, interesting.
But I do believe that for any performer, I mean not just MCs, any performer, as long as you are feeling it, as long as you put in your 100% to do it, I think the crowd will always feel it. Like the audience will always feel it lah.
Down the line, you did a bit of shows for Octo.
Yes.
Was that very fun?
Oh yes, that was fun.
How did all these opportunities came about? They search for MCs online, or is there like a portal you put yourself?
Auditions or I mean, because I've always been going for auditions.
Okay.
And even when I was like working with Singtel, I also still went for auditions.
For
actively
TV roles
for TVs, for TVCs, for whatever work.
Do you get turned down a lot?
I would say so.
It's very tough, right? Like,
I mean, you don't get turned down. It's just that you don't get called back only, no. But then it's expected lah. Out of 100 auditions you go to, I think you only. I mean, if you get called back for at least 50,
it's like
50%, it's already good enough.
Your competitions back then was like Fiona Xie or Zoe Tay.
About that. Oh.
No, I'm saying those you were competing for roles with these people or what?
No,
like
I don't think. No
shows.
lah. Mine is really like I'm not so like I'm very like small fry,
Small fry.
Yeah. So yeah lah, I just audition for whatever role there is, even TVCs, even for like smaller roles, whatever. Yeah.
You did some cool stuff on TV lah, like Groom My Room kind of thing. But
yeah,
I
Groom
don't.
My Room was fun.
That's the show that you did, right? Groom My Room.
Yeah. I hosted Groom My Room, and that was very fun. The very funny thing about it is that after I did that program, right, I actually got recognized more on the street. You would think that more kids would recognize me, right? But no, they were like grown adults were telling me, hey, you did Groom My Room. That's my favorite program. And I'm like, wow, seriously?
The kids back then are like adults now lah, adults who are married. So I don't know the demographic. I don't know whether the kids right now will recognize you or not. You know what I'm saying?
No. But what I mean is
I mean you got your exposure lah.
Yeah, so I got my exposure back then, but the people that were watching back then were also adults.
Oh, okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. so adults watch Octo. Or Kids Central.
Groom My Room, but I think Groom
Kids
My
Central
Room
or
is
whatever.
because Groom My Room's been around for so long. I think I think it was the 8th season. Yeah, so it's kind of like the program that a lot of the adults back then also kind of grew up with also lah. So maybe that's why they also watch.
So fun lah. You get to go to people's house.
Yeah, so
decorate
fun.
their room.
Very fun. The kids were so fun too. And yeah, I kind of wish they did a host edition. Like, let's groom the host room.
Groom the host room. What other projects did you do for TV? You did a bunch of stuff,
I did
right?
Yo-Yo.
Oh yeah, Mayo. That's actually like a Surya thing.
Yeah. But then after that, they did the remake. So then they had the 4 different versions: the Mandarin, English, Tamil version.
I don't know lah. I don't watch TV.
There you go. Oh.
But was that fun? Like that's a on studio kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's filmed entirely in the studio.
Is this like during Caldecott times? So you have to go to Caldecott and film it?
Yes. Yes.
Do you,
so we filmed there.
Who do you get to work with? Like any notable celebrities?
Joaquim Gomez.
Joaquim? Oh, you went to Joaquim, who is in 987 lah. Are you a good friend of his?
I don't know whether he remembers me or not lah. I think he remembers me lah. I don't know.
He's with like Sonia Chu.
Yeah. He's so big time now.
Was he already after Singapore Idol or this post?
After Singapore Idol.
Okay.
He was already with 987 back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, he's been there for a very long time lah. Shout out to Joaquim Gomez. I hope you remember Joanne-Marie Sim.
Yeah, I hope you remember me. I've got kids now.
You got 2 kids. When did we meet around this timeline? Was it after your...
You and I?
Yeah. We did...
We met way before all this, man.
At Scape, right? Like there was this similar competitions where you have to upload a video.
The new media ambassador quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your memory is so good.
The memory isn't good.
All this is a blur.
My memory is actually quite bad.
All this is a blur to me. I can't remember the title that you just mentioned.
Really?
New media ambassador.
Yeah, I remember it because NMAQ. That was like new media. And then back then they didn't have social media. They called it new media.
The new Scape building wasn't even renovated yet. It was still an old building with a graffiti all over.
But when we did the finals, it was at the new building, right? I remember it was at the new theatre. Yeah.
The best part about all this is that those who got to do the thing, we got the teenage magazine feature. So we
got to be on the magazine.
Yeah, we got to be in the magazine. so quite fun lah. I'm still friends with some of the people who joined the competition. On Facebook lah, I guess.
Okay.
But that's where me and you met lah.
Yes. And I remember I was so impressed by your editing skills.
That's a very funny story about that also. So I submitted a video, right?
Yeah.
That was when I haven't even started learning After Effects. So After Effects is actually a
program
to do special effects or whatever.
Yeah.
But I actually did all those effects with Premiere Pro software.
Yeah, I know, which is why it's so amazing.
So that's why they hired me, like, because you are so creative or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is that the company that made this competition, right, NMAQ, they hire me as an intern. So I'm like, so can I win this competition or not? Then like you hire me.
You halfway through.
Yeah, halfway through. Then like you hire me. Then what's my position in this competition? Then am I still a participant or what?
Yeah.
If I won the competition, then people will say, oh, because
Kelong.
we are Kelong, But then again, they brought.
I can't remember who won. Who won?
I think it was some 3D guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, forgot his name.
3D guy. Okay.
It was quite good lah. They get to travel overseas and all that. But I was very thankful for that competition because they gave me the opportunity to direct my first TVC.
Oh.
Yeah. So apart from the prize or whatever, beyond that, they gave me a lot of opportunities lah.
Yeah.
Which helped me lah a lot lah. Yeah.
Okay.
Lost for words. And we did a bunch of cool stuff together lah. Me and you. We did a lot of like.
We did a live
or whatever. I think looking back, right?
Yeah.
In hindsight, that's like a precursor to this particular podcast project lah.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to do a YouTube video. It didn't matter for me to be the host or whatever, but I wanted to be a part of a project that I can sink my teeth into.
Yeah.
I guess I look at those projects that I did with you where we do street interviews or during like Lunar Month or whatever, Children's Day, that we interviewed random people on the streets, that we edit a video that we post online. So we did a lot of cool stuff. I look
I
at
think
that
it's
as
a pity that we didn't manage to do more though.
yeah. I don't know whether you already got pregnant by this time. I think
No lah, not
haven't
yet. Yeah, it's just that I got really busy with work and all.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I was like still in after NS or post NS. I can't
Yeah,
remember. I
you
think
were somewhere. You just started work at
Yeah,
the new place,
so-
and you could only do weekends or
yeah.
something like that.
So I
right?
started working in a production house.
Yeah,
This was way before I joined the boxing gym. So
yeah,
we did a lot of cool videos. Still in my YouTube lah. All those videos.
Okay.
We can look back at it later.
yeah. I know. I do look
Yeah.
at it sometimes.
But you,
I'm like, oh, back when
I
was
like
still-
the idea of doing street interviews. You know,
Yeah,
where
it was
we
so
get
fun.
to.
I love it.
It was using those big cameras. Then people like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
hey, Mediacorp. They always think that I'm from Mediacorp because I was holding a very huge camera. It's
Yeah.
before the DSLR became like the main prime camera
Correct,
that everybody used. You know.
Okay. But that is so cool, right? I really love, and that's one thing I really love about my job. Like just getting down, like as in talking to people and knowing more about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
there's
that's
something about
awesome.
talking to strangers.
Yeah. Finding out more about them. And of course, sharing their views and opinions.
Yeah. I've always thought that was the essence of what I wanted to do. Of course, this podcast is exponentially way much of a different thing altogether. But the whole idea is I like to talk to people and get to know people. So that's like,
Yes.
that's
And
always
that's
the
why you're doing this
core.
podcast, and you're so good at it
Exactly.
too.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know if that's true lah. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts nowadays.
Yeah.
I've been listening to like mainstream ones like Anna
Yeah.
Faris or Dex Shepard. Dex Shepard is Kristen Bell's husband.
Okay.
They all have their own podcast. So I've been listening to different styles.
Okay.
Anna Faris is a very good podcaster, but I realized that her podcast is very slow. Like when I listen, I get bored because the pacing when she talks to a guest is very very slow. Like hi, I'm Anna Faris. then like so slow. This podcast like each episode is like over 1 hour, like maybe 1 hour 30 minutes.
Okay.
And I feel like I prefer Dex Shepard style. His podcast is called The Armchair Expert. And also there's another guy, Smallville, Superman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the villain Lex Luthor.
Okay.
His name is Michael Rosenbaum. So he has a podcast as well.
Okay.
I also like the way he speaks also. His
Okay.
pacing. So he's very loud. So I realized that when I do the podcast, right, I should be more excited.
Okay.
The more excited we are, right, then the more engaged people are, to the podcast lah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should
so-
I be really excited?
Yeah, you should be
now?
very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's talk like this for the rest of the program.
So I'm still learning lah. And this is when like through episode 36. Right now you're episode 37.
Okay.
So you're number 37 of my podcast. So like back then I didn't even listen to any podcast solely because I didn't want to have a template of an idea of what a podcast is.
Okay.
Because if I
You wanted to keep your mind open to it.
yeah, so I want
Okay.
to do a podcast, but I just want to keep it to what I think a podcast is.
Okay.
If I listen to anybody, I know that Nathan Hartono has a podcast.
Okay.
I just listen to a few,
Okay.
just a bit, just to see what kind of podcast it is, but
Yeah.
not to a point where I want it to affect what kind of podcast I want my podcast to be.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah. So
But it's very similar to how, like I was telling you earlier, for MCs, like sometimes, watching another MC always helps because, we pick up a lot of
Yeah.
other things, a lot of
Yeah,
different
the
ideas
traits.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So actually listening to another person's podcast, I mean, it's also...
yeah, I mean
also
at this
a good
point
idea.
when I'm at episode 36, okay lah. Like when I'm still growing and
And I think you
deciding.
kind of have your own style already.
Yeah, that's true. And the style is like very laid back and lepak lah. Yeah, a lot of listeners say, I like the very casual
Yes,
template. Yeah,
it
it's very
is.
casual lah. Like
Correct. I actually listened to your podcast with Sparrow on Weed, and I loved it.
yeah, she's very cute, right?
Yeah, she's such a nice voice.
A fun fact about that, I didn't tell anyone. I think it's okay to say it here lah. Actually, that podcast, there's some abrupt moments because we talk about Eden Ang.
Okay.
Actually, so she's a very good friend of Eden Ang,
Okay.
and I think she got caught off guard with some of the questions that I asked about Eden Ang. So
Okay.
it wasn't like I was trying to
Dig info
dig
or
in for
anything.
juicy details or whatever. No, it's more of like asking what about your relationship with him or whatever.
Okay.
So after that particular day when I got home, she sent me a text saying that can you just cut off whatever Eden are related. Then
Okay.
I told her, okay lah, I respect that decision, so I cut off. So some transitions for that podcast may be a bit abrupt.
Okay.
From 50 minutes it became like 30 minutes because I cut off
But
the juicy
still
details.
But still, it was a very nice podcast. I was
She's
listening
very-
to it
yeah.
while I was driving to work, and it kept me entertained the entire way, even though it was like a traffic jam or whatever.
Yeah, she's very
And then
cute,
when
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I reached my workplace, right, I actually kind of just sat in my car to finish the entire thing first.
Oh, that's very cute. Yeah lah, but sort of dilemma that I faced doing this podcast. I have these like juicy details on my hand. What is this episode gonna be the best, man? Like because I got this Eden Ang thing. Nobody in Singapore
But I
has.
mean, is that something that you want to do? Like, you want to get like the juiciest
but-
information, or is it like you
No.
just really want to
Actually, that's the thing lah. I don't want my podcast to be in any form or way controversial
Yeah, okay.
because I don't want to be known as the controversy guy.
Mm.
But
But it's always the controversy that sells.
Yeah, but then again, that's not what's important lah. To me, if have, you don't have to have.
Okay.
My podcast is like the relationship between me and the guest. If I don't know anything about my guests, I will try to get to know them through the podcast. So
Okay.
basically, that's the essence of the podcast.
Yeah.
The listeners get to know the guests through me, through my
Yeah.
questions lah.
Correct.
Anything that I can learn, the listeners can learn as well.
Ah,
So ultimately,
okay.
it's my relationship with the guests.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do this thing nowadays where they are my future guests, the people who I've never met at all. Upcoming, we have Farah Fas as a DJ, a Malay DJ. Sasha Christian, who is a wakeboarder. There's a DJ in 1FM. So these 3 girls, I've never met them even once in my entire life.
Okay.
But I've already set a date to do the podcast with them.
Okay.
So I told them that leading up to the day, I will text you maybe every other day to say hello, just to build a bit of a rapport. So that we have a bit of relationship lah. So when we meet, it's not so awkward.
Not so awkward. Okay. But you do research like before you.
Yeah, we do research, but ultimately, I feel like we need to build a rapport.
Okay.
I need to build a rapport with the guests. So when we meet, it's like there's a bit of chemistry here.
Yeah. Not so awkward,
We
right?
talk about me so much. This is supposed to be about you, man.
I know, but you see, that's
Yeah.
my thing as an MC, right?
Yeah lah,
I find
yeah.
out about you
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, you turn this against me, So bad.
Occupational hazard.
Occupational
Sorry.
hazard. Okay. Getting back to MC. That was very fun. Talk about me. Hijack your show. Okay.
So I'm going to become a new podcaster.
Yeah. Welcome to my guest host, Joanne-Marie Sim. Okay, so what are the different skills or events that you get to do? Like what size of crowd is usually the average?
Oh, wow. That one depends. I mean, like, we've performed. I mean, I've performed. No, not performed. I mean, I've hosted like in front of like a crowd of like 1,000 before. Yeah. But that's like a very corporate
Does
kind
it
of
give
event.
you jitters?
You know what gives me jitters?
What?
When there's a guest of honor.
Oh,
And the
Prime
name
Minister.
is no, not Prime Minister, whatever, any guest of honor. And then the title is super long, like Minister of like blah, 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 blah,
you
blah,
scared
blah,
you,
blah, blah,
you
blah,
scared you
blah.
cock up the name lah.
Yeah, I scared I say the name wrong. That always gives me the jitters. When there's no guest of honor, I'm like perfectly fine. Like the more laid back, the more casual, the more relaxed the event, the better. But as long as like there's a super long name, I'm like, oh no, please, okay, don't say it wrong.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
really gives me
you
the
know,
jitters.
getting back to interacting with audience, I realized that when we approach people, when we ask them a question, and we want to get interesting answers out of them, right? These
Yeah.
people, I realize they are very guarded
Yes.
because they don't want to anyhow say answer.
That's
because
true.
if you put them on the internet, then they'll be targeted,
Yeah.
And at this day and age where people get offended so easily, right? Like you,
Okay.
like some,
I never thought of it that way,
it's
actually.
strike me like a bolt of lightning now, lah. Like also,
Okay.
I realize now, lah, that when we approach people to get juicy answers, right? Then they are like, don't want. Of course, there are some people who are so open and friendly, and they can say whatever they want. But in hindsight, like it's true, lah. Like if they give an answer on the top of their head, you put it online, they are just mean people online who just bash them, like
Yeah, but there'll be
this-
mean
this
people
girl is so
online who
dumb.
bash you no matter what you say anyway.
Yeah, but
So,
I'm saying that at this day and age where everyone get offended so easily, it's like so difficult to walk the thin line of what is right and what is wrong. Like what is morally correct to put on the video, because at the end of the day,
because you're the one editing, so you don't know whether or not
it's-
to. Okay.
their identity is there. Right? You're putting
That's
their
true.
face there, so that's
Yeah,
the
that's true.
risk lah that I realize also. It's
Yeah.
part of the job.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's true.
I know that NOC is doing a street interview as well. I know the Smart Local is also doing street interviews. So, but I don't know how much they try to protect the audience also. At the end of the day, you want the video to be viral, right? Because you want people to watch it. But if there's no juicy answer, then nobody will watch it. But if you put the juicy answer, then then people will be like, "Oh, why you put this thing online?" Then they'll be like scarred for the rest of their life because they saw all these mean comments targeted at them.
Yeah.
So I don't know lah. That's the dilemma I face as an editor lah. When I edit those videos that we did,
Yeah.
those street videos, interviews.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's talk a bit of your acting.
Okay.
All right. So you did a bit of those movies. You've been a part of high-end studio projects, where like in big studio environments lah. Was that very stressful?
Yeah, it's stressful lah. Wait, which I don't know.
What was the most stressful part? Memorizing the scripts or being on the scene itself?
Being on set, huh? Actually, I really enjoy being on set lah. Yeah, and I don't think I feel stressed being on set. In fact, I feel very much at home. Yeah, because I guess acting at the end of the day, acting is really something that I love doing. And the reason why I like being on set is because everybody is so focused on making the scene work. So there's, the lighting crew, the sound, and then there's camera department, art department. Everyone just working together towards this common goal. And, we only have like 1, 2 takes, 3 takes to get it right. And I love the energy where everyone is,
Working together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just great lah. That's why I really, really love being on set. And I love acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the movies that you did was Banting. Is that what, straight to DVD kind of thing? Or is it
No,
was shown in
it
the
came
cinema,
out.
right?
Yeah, it was in the cinema.
How much do you have to prepare for that? Like you had to learn a bit
Oh
of
wow, yeah, that one was
boxing and Muay Thai.
Yeah, we had to no. We had to do pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So we started training a month before we started filming. Was it a month or two?
Do you guys do a collaboration with SPW?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So we trained with like Andrew and all that.
Andrew
yeah.
Tang.
Yes.
Such a beast of a guy.
Totally. Yeah. He's awesome at what he does.
Oh, you know, while I was doing research on you, I saw this article, hottest babes on a hot bot or something.
Serious?
Yeah, you and Andrew was there.
Oh my god, serious?
Yeah. So Andrew, he has a nice body lah. So
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, I did a pro wrestling regime." And then you say you did Muay Thai. This article lah. I forgot where is it. Maybe it's new paper.
Okay.
Can't remember. But
Yeah.
speaking of you and him,
Yeah.
an article about hot bodies lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go Google.
You know
lah.
what is
Go
really
Google.
strange?
What?
Like I actually have been approached before also to do like, you know, this. Oh yeah, actually I think I vaguely remember this hotbox thing. So anyway, people I kind of like always ask me like, hey, you exercise a lot, you like work out a lot and all that. But seriously, I don't. So it's very like
You're a housewife.
yeah.
I mean now you're a housewife.
Yeah.
Back
No,
then.
but even back then, I mean, I don't exercise. I don't like to go to like a gym, that kind of thing like that.
It's not your thing lah. You just have a high metabolism. That's all.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like doing like those kind of like games, that kind of thing, and I like being active. Yeah, but I don't go and work out purposely just so that I can have
Look
like
good.
yeah, because I think that it's just I don't know, just work out just to look good, like maybe I guess I don't want to look good that much lah. I don't know.
It's not a very important thing for you.
Yeah, it's
And
not that
looking at your
important to me.
Instagram also, you are not influencer-esque.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, like
I'm totally not about like looks and all that because
Yeah.
these things are so
you don't care about like how many followers you have, or
I
you
don't.
don't care about how your feed looks like or whatever.
no, I don't. No, not at all.
Yeah. Should
Yeah.
you as an MC? Should you?
Maybe I should, but I mean, if you look at it at the end of the day, how much do you like? You know, how much focus? Like, okay, like say out of 100%, how much of the 100% do you want to put to actually living your life, and how much of that do you
It's
want
a commitment, right?
to? Yeah, because it takes a lot of effort, you know, to
Yeah.
actually plan out what photo you're going to put,
Yeah.
what caption you're going to put, what time you're going to put it, so that you get like
the
you know,
highest amount of likes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
an algorithm to all this, you know.
correct. It's just too much work lah. I mean, at the end of the day, I've got kids. I want to spend time with my family. Even if I don't have kids, I want to spend time with my dog. You know, that kind of thing.
You have a dog?
Yeah, I do. I have Richie, what? But no, he's not here now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like glancing around the room, like what the
Imaginary dog.
Yeah.
But I mean, back then, like even when I
Yeah.
didn't have kids, you know.
Yeah. Your priorities was different.
Yeah, my priorities are really just, you know, I just want to live my life lah. I mean, these things, if there are followers, okay, good, it's a bonus. If people like are interested in looking at my feed, that's a bonus. And I always appreciate that. I always appreciate when people come out the street tell me, hey, you know, I watched you or whatever and I thought you were great. That is great. It makes me very happy. But it is not something which I would go and like stop whatever I'm doing for. Like I'm not gonna like change my lifestyle, stop living life just so that I can get so, you know, caught up in this whole numbers game. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very admirable lah. You're not so superficial. Especially like at this day and age where everybody's like so Instagram savvy.
I don't know whether you can say it's superficial because it's pretty much the norm, I think, nowadays.
Normal.
Yeah.
That's true lah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you've always been known as a scooter girl. What happened to your scooter? Is it a
yes.
Vespa?
Hey, do you know that when I did a travelogue, by the way,
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
tag
yeah,
the travelogue,
yeah.
Heels to Wheels, it's still on the YouTube,
Heels
so
to
if
Wheels,
people want to
right?
watch it. Yeah.
Go Google Heels to Wheels.
We actually wanted to do a second edition, but then I had my first kid. And then after that, so the EP was like, okay, never mind, it's okay, we will have it. We will do the second edition when, you know, after you have your kid lah. And then I had my second kid.
So, oh shit. Did somebody else take over that TV web series?
No. Okay, the great thing about that travelogue is that because I kind of produced it myself together with my
Alvin,
EP,
is it?
right? Yes,
Alvin.
Alvin, very good friend. So
Your child's knocking at the
he's
door.
got kind of like a promise, like, you know, he's not gonna like, you know, let other person host
Yeah.
it lah. So yeah, hopefully we will get to do it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
back
can
on
prove to him
track
that
also.
people are still interested in me.
Yeah. Who's that? Nathan or Beth?
I don't know. Should I open the door?
No
I think
lah,
we should
don't lah.
finish this first.
Yeah. Your child wants the mother. Go piss yourself first. I'll pause this.
Ayo.
I feel so bad
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. He has
I
to
took time
learn.
from you from your kids.
It's okay.
This opens up a whole new can of worms lah. Like how much does pregnancy affect your career? A lot. I imagine it a lot lah, I guess.
Actually, after having kids, right, I realized that I have more interesting roles, in fact. Like, before I had kids, I always kind of get the very, like, girl next door role, like,
Bikini.
Hey, I actually really don't remember doing so many bikini.
I don't know lah.
I don't know why
No,
your impression is bikini.
No, because your most prominent ad was the phone to the
That
swimming
one
pool.
not bikini what? That's a
Is
very
it not?
swimsuit. In
I don't know lah.
My pusak got cover one. No.
I think it's because when I did the research, there's this blog, Joanne-Marie.blogspot.com or whatever, and then there's all these scantily clad pictures.
Ah, serious?
Yeah. You don't Google yourself, man.
Is that me?
Later.
It could be my blogspot.
Yeah,
I think.
but I don't know lah. But I'm just
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, yeah. While you were pregnant, you didn't do any emceeing jobs, right? You paused. You halted your whole emceeing thing.
No. Actually, in fact, I did emceeing. I did do some work. Yeah, I also was acting. I acted in.
When you were pregnant or what?
Yeah. And I also acted in, Code of Law.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Channel 5, right?
Yeah. So when they shot one of the season, I don't know if season 1 or season 2. I was in one of the last episodes of that season. So the character that Carmen Sue,
Yeah.
she played. So she died, right? So I was one of like the witnesses. So that's like end of the season. And then after that, later on, when they were going to
Small
shoot
roles here and there lah.
Yeah. So when they were going to shoot the next season, they called me back because apparently I was the one that killed this Carmen Sue character lah. So they called me back and I was like, oh, okay. But I'm pregnant now. Then they're like, then your bum how? I was like, can see though. So we had to kind of like cover up. They had to get a body double for me to
upper body shot.
Yeah. Then they had to get a body double to do the running and all that. Yeah, I mean I did as much of the running as I could, but
it's good that they didn't just ditch you.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, but it's good.
I'm so glad that
they accommodated to your pregnancy lah. That's very nice of them.
That is very nice of them.
Yeah. At least you get money a bit lah to pay for your baby. Pay for diapers.
No, I
Just
mean,
buy diaper money.
No, and you know what? I really so we did that, right? And that was kind of like one of the first few villainous kind of roles which I played. And then like there was once I went to the bank and then I didn't think anybody would remember episodic cast. I didn't think that people would recognize me like from doing that show. So the banker was like, hey, you were the one that was in Code of Law, right? And I was like, oh yeah. Then she's like, I really hated your character,
Wow.
And I was like, wow.
Compliment
Yeah, because like
it shows your acting
goes to show that. Yeah, so then she's like, I really hated your character. And I was like, oh, thank you.
It shows your acting lah. Do you like playing a villain? Do you get to be someone that you don't get to go to jail for?
Yeah. Yes, in fact, I'm acting on this other project right now, and I also play one of the. It's also episodic. It's not even episodic.
Can say what project is it? Cannot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just appear every now and then, and every time I appear, right, I just am there to annoy the lead character, one of the leads lah, and I love it.
You got a resting bitch face They're like, this girl must be a villain.
I don't know. That's the thing, you see. So I never got these kind of roles before. Only after having kids, suddenly it's like
I don't know lah. The mum vibes,
maybe not.
The tiger mum vibes. They got from you.
But maybe it's because I let go a bit lah. After becoming a mom, you're just like, I don't give a shit about what the world thinks of me as long as my children are happy.
Your husband still lets you work.
He does.
This is genuinely something you enjoy doing, right? emceeing or acting.
Correct. Like I was telling you earlier, right? Like I wish I could be a stay-home mom, but then my husband also doesn't want me to give up.
Are you
my
okay?
life.
Like, let's say for some reason you cannot act anymore and you have to be a housewife or mom for the rest of your life. Will you be okay with that?
Of course.
You're okay to give up your career lah. By the time your kids grow up, also I think you can start back lah. But I don't know by that time how old would you be?
Actually, I think it is really just these key developmental years, these few years that I think makes a very big difference. Whether like how much a mom is at home for her kids. That's why I want to try and be at home as much as I can to spend as much time as I can with them lah. Yeah. But after they go to primary school,
Should be okay, right?
yeah, I don't
More
think I
free
need to
time.
stay at home what,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So 2 kids enough already lah.
I don't know.
Are you planning-
I always wanted to have a lot of kids, like a whole brood,
5 kids.
Like 4.
For
Like 2
cattle.
boys, 2 girls. I know, it always has to be an even number. It doesn't matter how many, as long as it's an even number.
Oh, so you might not stop at 2 lah. I don't know. I thought that's like the standard.
I know, right? Everyone's like,
everyone
you got
like,
1 boy, 1 girl. Okay, really
Enough,
lah,
right?
can
Enough
close shop.
already.
Yeah.
Can close shop. If you can get more, you'll get more lah.
Yeah.
How was pregnancy like? Was it painful?
No, actually my
Natural
first
birth?
pregnancy was my first pregnancy was like, it's like if you don't see my tummy, you don't even know that I'm pregnant, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even feel pregnant. Even the entire delivery and all that, there was like no pain. It was like super like calm.
And I was there for both of your kids. And when your first baby, Elizabeth.
Yes.
You were in the Mount Elizabeth Hospital. And
Hey, do you know that our ad is there?
yeah,
also?
yeah. As I was walking to your room, I saw like
Live
this.
updates.
There was a poster of you on the hospital. So like, you are sponsored by them, ah. Like, is this whole thing free or what? Like,
No lah.
it was set up. And you name your child, Elizabeth. So like, is this like a
Pure coincidence.
like pure coincidence?
No, actually I named my daughter Elizabeth because my grandmother's name was Elizabeth.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah, the coincidence lah. Mount Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. I met your parents both there. Both times lah. And the second one was like, it was quite rush also. Like, from my workplace, I just kept to the hospital.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I saw your.
Quick.
I don't know whether you updated on Instagram or.
For the second kid, I put on Facebook like we are at ward. I think I put the ward number because the first kid I didn't have my phone with me, and then my husband never bring my charger. Never bring my
here's
phone.
the thing. I don't know whether you get angry with this. I think I posted a picture of your child way before you posted a picture of your child.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, because I was in the hospital, so I took a picture of your baby, right? Then I wanted to post it up. Before I post it, I look at your Instagram. You haven't even posted your picture of your child yet. So if I posted, then I'll be the first lah. Then I message you first. Can I post this? But you haven't posted it up yet. Then you say okay, can. Then like okay, then I posted.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I got your permission lah. You said okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I posted a picture of Nathan before you did. That's very funny.
Yeah, that is.
I like the childbirth environment lah.
Yeah, I know that place is awesome, right? It's
Yeah.
like a hotel. Every time I'm like telling people about it, I always end up saying hotel instead of hospital.
Give birth there more often, but it's expensive lah. Like
It is very expensive.
30k per delivery.
Not until 30k lah, but it's still expensive.
10k, but you can deduct CPF, right?
I think partially. Yeah.
But you still have to chuck
I wonder if we have more kids there, whether they'll give us some kind of like membership or something. Right?
membership. Yeah. For 5
Members
kids,
price.
for 5 kids, 50% off.
Package rate.
Package rate, yeah, that's right. So what happened to your scooter anyway? You still have your scooter?
I still have my scooter. I had to pay like.
You can ride lah. You finished paying your scooter, right?
I finished paying it a long time ago. It's just that after a scooter, like the car, after a certain number of years, you have to either scrap it or you buy the COE again. So I bought the COE again lah. Even though my husband was like, "Are you sure
So
not? Scooter's so already." I was like, "No, yeah,
attached to
I
your
could
bike.
never get rid of this."
Your baby lah. That's
Yeah.
your third child.
Yeah. The Richie is my other child. It's like my fourth. My scooter, Richie, my kids.
Oh, your dog is still around, but
Yeah, he's
not
still
here
around.
lah.
He's just not here lah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah lah.
Scooter girl.
I still have the scooter. Yeah.
No,
I got my license recently. Now I can drive as well. So sometimes
your car license ah.
yeah. So I have to drive my kids around lah because before I got my license, I was grabbing and then it was just like
Oh, so you have a car lah.
We have a van.
Oh, you have a van.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
not
I
bad
got
lah.
a
Your
manual-
family.
manual license.
Yeah. Oh, manual also. For what?
Yeah.
Like this day, I thought everything was
Because the van is manual.
Oh, okay.
So we had
You
the
have to
van
take-
already and he was sitting at home not doing anything.
Your
right?
husband drives the van for his production lah.
He drives the van to travel around, but because his workplace is expensive to park there, so eventually he started taking the train to work, and then the van just sits at home. Then like, okay, this is ridiculous, right?
Right.
So I said, you take the bike, I will go and take my driver's license, then I will drive the car.
What's your daily routine like nowadays?
Okay, so like I wake up at 6 a.m, right? If I have a school show, I go for my school show. If I don't,
Oh, you still do your school show?
yeah, I still do.
Okay.
And then after that, I send Elizabeth to school, I get her dressed, and then she has to slowly pick out what she wants to wear, which is more often than not the same dress. Send her to school, and then after that, try and spend some time with Nathan before sis comes back. So we have about 3 hours usually. And in that 3 hours, I try to do my grocery shopping, stuff like that. Get lunch ready. Of course, my helper cooks lah, but I have to get her the stuff to cook. And then after that, we pick Elizabeth up.
Wow, busy
And
yeah.
then, and usually I have like afternoon shows as well. So I go out for my show in the afternoon, I come back, and then they have their nap usually as well, about this time, like after lunch. And then after that, I bring them out again lah in the afternoon to go and play or whatever.
How many hours do you sleep in one day?
Me very little lah.
5 hours
I think
If you get
the
5
good thing
happy.
is that I nowadays, like last time I would like wake up after the kids are sleeping, right? Like at 9-10 o'clock, I would get up and then I'll use my phone and stuff like that. But then now I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to bother to get up. So I would sleep when they have gone to sleep. So it's about 9-10 and then I would sleep until about 6 lor. But in between, I still have to wake up because Nate's still breastfeeding. So he still wakes up and I still have to.
Your boy is still very young.
Yeah, 1.5. Turning 2. Yeah, actually he doesn't need to be breastfed anymore lah, but he's a bit addicted to the boob. It's a bit irritating.
How does he ask you for a book?
He just helps himself. He just goes nene and then he pulls my shirt off.
That's
and
the
helps
word lah,
himself.
nene.
Yeah.
Some kids are just like, no, boobies. Or whatever.
It's quite funny.
Yeah. Now, how do you think the future look for you?
How does the future look for me? I don't know.
You go with the flow lah. If you need to be with your kids, you be your kids, but you'll still do a bit of part time here and there lah.
Yeah lah, go with the flow lor, I guess. Yeah, just do whatever, do whatever work, do whatever I can.
You get the best of both
kids.
worlds. You get to take care of your kids and you get to do your
Yeah,
passion at the same time.
yeah, being a working stay-at-home mom, I mean, the great thing is that like what you said, we still get to continue with our career, but at the same time we also get to spend time with kids. But yeah lah, it's just like, it's also very tiring because a lot of people think that you are staying home and you're looking after your kids only, but you're actually working. Essentially, you're working the entire 24/7 because even when you come back from work, you have your kids to manage.
But that's what you sign up for lah when you give birth.
That's true lah. So to me it's just like, you know what, I mean, they're only gonna be little for so long. And soon, like, even though I want to spend time with them, they might not want to spend time with me already, right?
That's
so
true.
Just cherish whatever moments we have now lah.
Any parting words for MC mums? Moms who work and MC at the same time. I know your pain. I feel your pain. Hold my hand.
Hold my hand. Thank you for listening. I hope not just moms are listening to this. I hope that other people are also listening, and I hope that everyone just kind of enjoy life lah. Live life.
If you're listening to this while driving, pay attention on the road, please.
Yes, pay attention on the road, and please don't be like one of those irritating BM drivers, like want to change lane, never signal.
I managed to slide that inside. Okay, thanks Joanne.
Okay,
thanks
thank
for doing
you.
This. Bye.
Bye.